and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to do a quick get ready with me video. If I forget to mention any of the products in the video, just check the description bar down below, because this is like a get ready with me chit chat story time type of video. But yeah, so since Mother's Day is tomorrow, I feel like I should talk to you guys about myself being a mother. I am a mom. If you didn't know that, well, now you do. If you're new to my channel, then maybe you don't know that. I've done a couple videos with my daughter Tiana, and my daughter Tiana, she is 13 years old. I've never really talked much about being a mother on my channel because this is just a makeup channel, and just never really got into details about being a mom and being a single mom. I just did my brows, by the way, just in case you guys are wondering what I put on my brows. So if you guys follow me in Snap, then you probably see my daughter on there a bit more frequently than you do on my channel. So yeah, I was really young when I got pregnant with Tiana, and just to be clear, I don't regret anything at all. I don't regret anything. She's the love of my life, and she's changed my life in so many ways. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was not easy. It was extremely hard, and it's not something I really talk about a lot. I actually don't talk about it that much, and I've never really talked about it with her, to be honest with you. But she's old enough, and she's probably gonna see this video. So I do get a lot of questions on my Snapchat about being a mom and if it was easy, you know, having her at such a young age. I just feel like I might as well just make a video and just talk about it. And I'm just going to tell you guys as much as I can tell you, because I don't want this video to be too long. I guess I should start off by how I met Tiana's dad. She's looking at me right now. Yeah. So yeah, when I met her dad, I think I was around 17, just turning 18. And I met him at work. So I was working at Guess. It was my after school job. I was working there for, I think, maybe a year or so. But yeah, he walked in. And I think he walked in to say hi because we actually had mutual friends. We exchanged numbers that same day, I believe. I think so. I think that was I think that's what happened. We exchanged number that same day. Forgive me if I can't remember every single detail because it was such a long time ago. You know, when we started hanging out, I became his girlfriend. Yeah, we were dating for a while. And Tiana, go away. Stop. I can't do this in front of you. I'm not really going to talk about her dad a whole lot in this video. I mean, we still have a really good relationship. She has a good relationship with her dad, and he's very much involved and in the picture and all that. So we were dating for quite a while, and you know, sex happens. Like, we had sex. So obviously we weren't being responsible in the whole sex department, and I missed my period. I missed my period. I freaked out. And I went to the drugstore and bought a pregnancy test. Bought the pregnancy test, and that damn test said it was positive. And I remember I went to a walk-in clinic just to make sure, because I'm like, nah, maybe this test is wrong. I went to a walk-in clinic and I took a pregnancy test, and sure enough, that was also positive. So I was just like, okay, what am I gonna do now? My mom is gonna kill me, because I still live at home with my mom, and she ain't gonna be having it. So yeah, I was just like, abortion, that was not an option. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to put the baby up for adoption either. Her dad was like, you know, I'll support whatever decision you make. And then we both decided that we're gonna have the baby. Problem is, I still didn't tell my mom, and I actually did not tell my mom for a while. Yeah, we decided that we were gonna have the baby, and he actually told his family first, and obviously nobody was jumping for joy because we were both very young, and you know, taking care of a baby is a huge responsibility. And as for my mom, I still haven't told my mom. And every night I'd go to sleep and I'm just like, I'm gonna tell her tomorrow, I'm gonna tell her tomorrow, I'm gonna tell her tomorrow. But I just never got around to telling her, because you guys, I just got really scared. I didn't know how my mom would react, what she would do, you know, like I was just keeping it a secret. And she actually ended up finding out, and the way she found out was I was actually in the shower having a shower, obviously I'm in the shower having a shower. So yeah, I was in the shower and my mom barged into the shower, you guys. She barged in, and when she barged into that shower, she pulled the shower curtain. I will never forget this day. She pulled the shower curtain. She's like, "Are you pregnant?" And I was just like, "No." And she's like, "I had a dream that you were pregnant." West Indian parents are always having dreams, okay? She's like, "I had a dream that you're pregnant." And I was just like, "No, I'm not pregnant." And she's like, "Yes, you are. You're lying to me." Right then and there, I guess I should have just said, "Yes, Mom, I'm pregnant." But I just didn't have the courage to say it. Then she held up my prenatal vitamins, because we already decided that we're gonna have the baby. I already started taking my prenatal vitamins. My mom held up my prenatal vitamins. "I found this in your bag. You're pregnant. I know you're pregnant." And then she was just like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna have a baby? You're gonna have a baby? You don't have anything. Why are you having a baby at such a young age? Like, you're gonna ruin your life." And you know, and I was like, "Mom, you know, this is my decision to make, and I already made the decision that I'm going to have this baby." And she was just not happy, and I did not expect her to be happy and jumping for joy, because I'm young, I'm not married, and she just did not want me to have a hard life, because my mom had me at a very young age. She was way younger than me, actually. My mom had me when she was 16. So she just did not want me to have a very hard life, because it wasn't easy for her. And I was actually raised by my grandmother. I was raised by my mom until the age of 6, and then she moved to Canada. So for those of you that don't know, I was born in Jamaica, and my mom had me at a very young age. She moved to Canada when I was 6 years old, just to start a better life for herself. So she left me with my grandma. My grandma raised me until I was the age of 13. And then I moved to Canada to live with my mom and my stepdad, so my mom's husband. You know, at the time when I was young, I didn't think she was being very supportive of my decision, but I completely get why she was the way that she was. But anyways, my mom was just like, "You're not having a baby. You're not gonna have a baby and live here. You're gonna have an abortion." And sorry to cut the story off, but I'm using 2 eyeshadow palettes today. So I use the Anastasia. Oh my gosh, mine looks so yuck. And the Dose of Color Baked Brows. Yeah, so she was like, "You're not gonna have a baby and live under my roof. You're not even married. You haven't even started college yet. You're not done school. Like, what are you doing with your life? You're gonna ruin your life." I mean, and yeah, she was right. Everything that she was saying was true. Like, financially, I am not stable to have a baby. I'm not even done school. What am I doing with my life? Like, and I think one of the reasons why she was also really angry is because it was, for her, it was very embarrassing, and she didn't want to have to tell her friends and tell the rest of my family. So nobody in my family knew, you guys. It was just my mom just finding out. No one else in my family knew. I don't really have a lot of family in Canada. I have like my uncle and my aunts. So after she found the prenatal vitamins and we got into an argument, I remember her calling Tania's dad, my boyfriend, and she gave him the cussing of his life. Like, she cursed him out. Listen, I'm Jamaican, so my Jamaican audience, you already know. She gave him the clots, okay? She cussed him out, which I was just like, "Mom, that was so unnecessary, because we're both to be blamed here. Like, it's not his fault. We were both irresponsible." And I just did not want to be there, because she was like always angry. Like, she had this like look of disappointment every time she looked at me. And then it just got to a point where she told me to get out. She doesn't want me in the house anymore. So she kicked me out and told me she doesn't want me here. She's like, "Unless you're having an abortion, you cannot live here. I don't want you here anymore." So yeah, then I ended up moving in with my boyfriend and his family, because my mom didn't want me there anymore, and I had nowhere else to go. I couldn't go to any of my family because they didn't know, because my mom never told anybody in the family. So she never told anybody what was going on, and I was not going to call any of my family members and tell them, because I know she didn't want anyone to know. So I moved in with my baby daddy. So like I mentioned earlier, when I met Tania's dad, I was working retail, and I think I quit my job. I don't remember if I quit my job or maybe I got fired, who knows. So I had to get another job. And when I was pregnant, throughout my pregnancy, I was working and, you know, saving my money, because obviously I'm about to have a baby, so I have to save my money, because my baby's gonna need clothes and all that stuff. So both me and the dad, we were working and saving our money for the baby, and I wasn't getting any financial support from any family members because, like I mentioned, nobody in my family knew. You guys, so the hardest part about being pregnant at such a young age, so all my friends were around the same age as me, and you know, they were out having a life and being teens, being young adults, and going to clubs and all that stuff, while I was stuck at home being pregnant. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh my gosh, it was the best time of my life being pregnant. I was sad. I was extremely sad throughout my entire pregnancy. And the reason why I was so sad is because I felt like, even though Tania's dad was there and he was being supportive and his family was there, I was sad because I had nobody on my side. I had no family. Like, I had no family to count on, and my mom, she was mad at me and didn't want to have anything to do with me. And you know, that really made me sad. It really broke my heart. My friends, like, they were very supportive, but obviously they're young, they want to have fun and go out and do their thing, and I don't blame them. I would have been going out having fun doing my thing too. So I was always like by myself. So yeah, moving on, throughout my pregnancy, majority of it was spent at his family's house. So yeah, my mom kicked me out of the house when I was around 2 months pregnant. And then just fast forward this to, let's say I was close to 6 months, going on 7 months, I got a phone call from my mom. She wanted to talk to me. So yeah, my mom wanted to talk to me. She had a change of heart. She told me that she went to church and she prayed for me, and she was just like, you know what, you're my only daughter. I'm her only kid. She's like, you're my only daughter and I love you very, very much, and this baby's coming regardless, so I want to be a part of your life and the baby's life, so I want you to come back home. So even though me and Tania's dad were together and I was staying with his family, I just didn't want to stay there. I wanted to be with my mom. Like, I was young, I wanted to be with my mom. I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna fully move back home as yet. I'm just going to start coming over on the weekends. So what I would do is I'd go see her on the weekends. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to stop the story because, okay guys, I'm gonna have to do my liner and I can't talk while I do my liner, so bear with me. I'll finish telling the story, but let me just get into my liner first. So I just did my liner and I'm just gonna add some mascara. Prepping my skin, guys. So yeah, I'm just prepping my skin because it's super dry, so I have to add moisturizer and oil. But yeah, I couldn't tell any of my family. And I remember one day my mom's friend came over and I was home when she came there. And when she came there, my mom told me to go in the room because she didn't want her friend to see me. I think at the time, maybe I was around 8 months pregnant, so she didn't want her friend to see me because obviously she would see my big belly, and then my mom would have to tell her, by the way, my daughter is pregnant. I don't know why she was doing this, because I'm just like, look here, the baby's gonna come eventually, and when the baby comes, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, we have a baby all of a sudden, right? But I was in her room and I was watching TV. And I remember my mom's friend she came into the room. She didn't even knock on the door or anything. I guess she didn't know anyone was in the room. And she came in the room and she saw me lying there on the bed watching TV with my big old belly. And she was just standing there like, hi. I'm like, hi. And she's like, you're pregnant. I'm like, yeah, I'm very pregnant. And then she was just like, oh, your mom didn't tell me. I was like, yeah. And she was like, how far along are you? And I told her, and she was just like, wow, mom didn't say a word. And then my mom was standing right there, and my mom was just like, yeah, she's pregnant and she's having a baby. I just didn't want to talk about it or, you know, whatever, tell anybody. So yeah, that was the first person to find out. And then after that, my mom felt a little bit more comfortable telling her friends, because obviously you can't hide it anymore, right? And it was getting closer and closer to my due date, and I was getting more and more scared because I did not know what to expect. Oh, I forgot to put my primer on. Ugh. But anyways, yeah, so I'm young, I'm about to be a mom, and I'm getting scared. And nervous. My mom is still, like, she's not really jumping for joy still, but she was being as supportive as she could be. She also threw me a baby shower, so that was really nice of her, and that was just her trying to come around. As for my daughter's dad, my mom did not want me to be with him. She wanted us to break up because she was still angry. You know, she blamed him. Like, no one's to be blamed. This was two people here. Like, we can't blame one person. So she did not like him for the longest time. She likes him now, though. We're not together anymore, but she likes him now because, you know, that's her father, and he's been around. He's been in her life since day one. So she actually really loves him now. But at the time, she absolutely hated him. Like, hate him. It made our relationship really difficult. So it's getting closer and closer to my due date, and I'm getting scared because I don't know what to expect. Like, I'm gonna be a mom at 19, you know, financially not stable, and I'm living with my boyfriend and his family, and I'm also living with my mom as well. So I'm going back and forth. Don't really know what the plan is after the baby's born. But then I decided that I wanted to live with my mom because I just prefer to live with my mom and raise the baby there. Moving forward to going into labor, so my labor was actually induced, and Tiana was born December 30th, 2003. Never forget the date, obviously. So yeah, my labor was induced, and listen, the pain that I felt, I could not do it naturally, you guys. I was just like, no, I cannot do this. Like, I'll die. But so yeah, I definitely got the epidural because I couldn't handle the pain. Tiana popped into this world on December 30th, 2000, and my life was changed forever. So my mom was in the room, and her dad was there also in the hospital when I had her, and my mom was actually really excited. She was like the first person to hold the baby. She was so excited to meet her granddaughter. And you know, obviously when the baby came, a lot changed. I mean, she was still upset, and she still felt like I'm ruining my life and I'm still young, but she was just like, you know what, I hope she figures it out and do the best that she can. So I had Tiana. The family still had no idea. Nobody knew what was going on. My grandma didn't know, uncle didn't know, my aunts didn't know, no one knew. But the baby's here. She's at home with me and my mom. So my mom decided that it was time to tell everybody. So yeah, my mom called my aunt in Florida and told her first. She's like, listen, Rosh had a baby. And my aunt was just like, what? She's like, yeah, she had a baby. She just had a baby. And nobody even had the chance to even get mad at me because the baby was already here. So it was just like, okay, we can't even bother getting upset and saying, oh, you're irresponsible. You know, they didn't even have the chance to get upset because my mom hid the pregnancy quite well. Like, she didn't tell nobody. Yeah, so the whole family knew. Nobody got upset with me because it was just like, what is the point of even getting upset now because the baby's already here. So that's pretty much the story. I had to take time off work because obviously I had to be a stay-at-home mom now to take care of a baby at 19. And that was not easy because all my friends had a life and I was stuck at home raising baby. But while Tiana was young, I was at home with her most of the time, and her dad would be the one working and taking care of her financially. And then when she got a little older, I had to go back to school. So I started college and I was taking advertising. Honestly, I really didn't have any interest in the program that I was taking in college because I was just honestly just going because I know my mom wanted me to go to school and do something with my life. So I went to college and I was taking a program that I wasn't really sure about. So yeah, going to school, having a baby, having a relationship was extremely hard, you guys. And you know what? The relationship over time just wasn't working out. So Tiana's dad and myself, we went our separate way. We broke up actually when Tiana was 2 years old on her birthday. I remember this, like we broke up on her birthday. So I don't regret us breaking up. Unfortunately, it did not work out, and you know, we both moved on with our life. So yeah, I was still living with my mom, going to school, had Tanea, and eventually I moved out because my mom and myself, we weren't really getting along either. We didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. That's a whole nother story. So yeah, eventually I moved out and I had to be an adult. I did not live at home anymore. So I had to pay my own bills, take care of a baby, work, go to school. So eventually I actually dropped out of college because I was like, you know what? This is not for me. The program was not for me. And that's not what I wanted to do with my career and my life. So I got a full-time job. I remember I had so many different jobs, but yeah. I had to stop the video for a second to go grab my makeup bag because I forgot a product. But yeah, where was I? So yeah, I lived on my own. I was working. I dropped out of college. And even though I'm trying to go through this video as fast because I don't want it to be super long, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that it was easy. Yeah, so yeah, living on my own and raising Tanea by myself, pretty much, it was not easy at all. Like financially, it was extremely hard. There are times where I didn't have any food to eat. Like I had to go without food, but I always had to make sure that she had everything that she needed. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it was easy. It was not easy. I don't regret anything, but it was extremely hard. It was very, very hard. I mean, to this day, I've never even talked about the fact that there was times that I went without food and I had nothing. Like I had nothing. So it's just, I still can't even talk about it without really getting teary-eyed. So I'm not really gonna get into that right now. So eventually my mom and her husband, he lives in Iceland, by the way. My mom's husband is from Iceland. So eventually my mom decided that she is going to move to Iceland. She lives in Iceland now. You know, I'm an adult and she's just like, you know, Rosh can take care of herself. So she actually moved to Iceland. I felt like, okay, this is it. I'm all alone now. I don't really have any family. Tanea's dad and I are broken up. I know I can always call him if I need anything, really, but it was just me and Tanea. So after dropping out of college and just working full-time to take care of myself and my child, later on, way later on, I decided to get into makeup, and then I went to makeup school. And after makeup school, I got a job at MAC. And that's pretty much how all of this whole YouTube thing got started. And you guys, I've never really gotten to say thank you. Oh God, I don't want to cry. Do not ruin this makeup. I'm sorry, guys. I was doing so good. I was getting through this video without a tear. But yeah, so going to makeup school and then working at MAC. I had to get myself together here, guys. I don't want to mess up this beat, okay? But yeah, so I never really so yeah, started working at MAC, started my channel, and I'm so grateful because you guys supported me on this whole YouTube journey. I never really get to say thank you a lot because I've never really sat down and do one of this type of video. I've never sat down and ever done a video like this before, but I'm extremely grateful. I'm so grateful. Like, you guys have changed my life in so many ways, like you have no idea. But I'm extremely grateful, and thank you guys so much for always supporting, because you guys really motivated me. You motivate me. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna ruin my face. Okay, I have to get it together, else I'm gonna just ruin my face, and what a waste this would be, right? So yeah, let's just get back into finishing up this bead. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder to just set everything so it stays all day and all night. So yeah guys, that's pretty much my story and my experience on being pregnant at 19 and motherhood. So yeah, like I said, it's not easy. It's still not easy because Tiana is now 13. She'll be 14 in December. So she's a teenager now. She's growing up, and I just felt like it was time for me to share this story. So yeah, that's pretty much part of my life story, a very important part of my life story that I wanted to share with you guys, because I do get so many questions about my daughter, her dad, because of course you guys are obviously curious whenever you see her on my channel. So I just wanted to just share that with you guys. So after Tiana's dad and I broke up, you know, we never got back together. That was it. You know, like sometimes people get back together with their baby daddies. We never got back together. That was just it. That was it. And we both just do our best to raise her, and that's it. That's one of the reasons why I've never really talked about this, because I just didn't want to, it was hard for me to talk about this, and I also don't really want to send and I don't know how to put this. I don't want to send the wrong message to younger viewers, you know, that could be easily influenced by anything. I just thought this was my story and it was time for me to share it with you guys. So that's the only reason why I'm sharing it with you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much my story and my experience on being pregnant at 19. So I'm actually just gonna move on to the makeup part of this video now. So yeah, I'm just gonna explain to you guys what I'm doing. I'm gonna apply some highlighters. You guys know I'm extra, so I am applying 2 highlighters. I apply this one first. Do you guys see how I just got into tutorial mode? Yeah, because I really don't have anything else to talk about. Besides from the fact that tomorrow is Mother's Day. This video will probably be up by Mother's Day, which is tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna be spending it with my daughter. If you guys have any questions for me regarding this whole video, or if you want to chat some more, you know, just leave me comments. And you can always message me on Snapchat. I'll put my Snapchat info in the video or in the description bar down below. My Snap is always open. I always reply to my Snaps as much as I can, because I really love talking to you guys. I'm gonna go in with some blush on the cheeks. This is NYX Ombre Blush. I love NYX Ombre blushes. They're so gorgeous. And this is in Soft Flush. It's like a peach tone. You gotta be careful with these because they are really pigmented. You guys, I cannot get over my highlight, like damn. I thought by the time I was done with this story my makeup would be completed, but obviously not. So let me just try and hurry this up. So we are almost finished, you guys. I'm just finishing off the lips. Oh my gosh, this is probably gonna be the longest video ever. I'm just using MAC Cork Lip pencil. It is my go-to. So on my lips today, I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills new lip gloss. This is Amber. Yeah, I can see me wearing this like every day. This is so pretty. So this is the completed look. My face is beat. It's snatched. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was something completely different for me to film. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video and drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video very soon. I love you guys and thank you so much for watching. Bye.